here with Jason Thorndycraft, who is the Open Gate Brewery MD, the new building in London. Do you want to give us a little bio about who you are, Jason?
Sure, yeah. I've been in hospitality for 30 years. Started off in hotels, then ended up in sort of bars and late night venues. Spent 10 years in the West End with a company called Novus back in the day. Then spent some time with Gillian at Drake & Morgan, which was great. And then some time regionally with Peter at Deltic over that side. And then obviously this opportunity came up, chance to come back to London, which is great, and that's how I've ended up here.
Cool. So do you want to tell me why Covent Garden has been chosen for the Open Gate Brewery?
So Covent Garden's got a rich history in brewing for us, and actually a strong connection with Guinness as well from back in the day. So it made sense really to bring brewing back to the heart of Covent Garden for us. So there used to be a brewery called Coombe & Co on the actual site that we're on now for it, and it all made sense to bring it back into the brewer's yard, our outside courtyard that we have outside, and that is where it used to be part of the brewery at that time as well. So there's a lot of history connected with this area.
Yeah, for sure. So Guinness is not going to be brewed here. You've got, so what is it? It's a microbrewery, a smaller brewery that you've got here. So what will you be making here?
So this brewery is all about creativity, really, and experimentation. So we will be serving Guinness here, but that all comes from Dublin. But we will be creating craft beers, craft ales here in the style of Guinness brewing. So we'll be adhering to all of the Guinness standards that we apply for that, and taking that very similar approach. But we'll be doing really creative, experimentation here. So Holly, our master brewer, will be creating 4 beers that will be on constantly, and then we'll have a number of rotation beers. So we're opening with 11 different beers that are available. 2 of those will be seasonal throughout, but then we'll also always have a low ABV beer available as well. But then we will very much work with the community to understand, and with our customers to understand what they're looking with, and experiment. So in Dublin, we've tried in an Open Gate brewery there. We've tried escargot beer. So so it will be a very experimental and adventurous brewery.
Okay, so Guinness itself is made in Dublin and exported over. So you simply pour here rather than make it. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Guinness supplies from Dublin all of Europe and America for that, and that is very much our focus, is making sure we give a brilliant pint of Guinness here. Brilliant. So, as you know, it's not just about the preparation, it's also about the delivery of that Guinness. So making sure that we're storing it correctly, we're serving it at the correct temperature, that we've got the great glassware, that we're doing the proper pour. So there's a number of elements to make sure we get the perfect pint for people.
Okay, so obviously I've had a look around, and there's more than just one building here. So it's like a big area sort of thing, upwards as well as across sort of thing. So how many jobs are you creating here?
So it's 54,000 square feet in total, which is, and as you rightly said, it's spread over 4 buildings and 5 areas really. So we have the courtyard bar as well. And very excitingly, we're creating 250 jobs in hospitality, which is amazing, and something we're very proud of, and something that we want to really want to drive.
Yeah, of course. What are you most excited about at the moment? Because obviously, we're here on a media day. So you open. You have the official open is which day? Is that Thursday the 11th?
Yes, so we open to the public on Thursday the 11th for it. That's our most important day. That's what we're gearing up for. What am I most excited about? I don't know. There's so much to talk about really. We've got obviously the brewing is fundamental to who we are, and we've got a fantastic master brewer in Holly Stevenson and her team. They've already created, you've tasted them, they've already created some amazing beers for us, which is great. We're very lucky, we've got a great exec chef here, Pip Lacey, who you'll know from her fame elsewhere, who's created this really tremendous menu of sort of local dishes and focus on that. We've also got a great pie in the courtyard with Callum Franklin, who I'm sure you know as well. So that's exciting, and we've got this great retail space. I suppose the bit we're most excited about is the community space, our event space, where we're going to be working with the local community community to do events with them and different activities.
So what would that be? Would that be with collaborations with different businesses, as you like?
So mainly with sort of local community groups and with the authorities. And so, as an example, the authorities are talking to us about potentially holding events for the OAP population to explain to them about potential crimes they could be victims of. We're going to run with that. On the other side, there was a local market in the Covent Garden area which now doesn't have a home, and they're looking for a space they can use. We're talking to them as well. One of our partners, one of the businesses locally, does every year a competition, a charitable competition for painting, and we're looking about whether we can work with them on that and host that with them. So I think there's a lot of activity coming in. We've got a dedicated community manager whose role is to work with the community to find out how we can support them most.
I'm here with Holly Stevenson. Do you want to tell me about your role here and what's going on?
Yeah, I'm the master brewer for the Guinness Gate Brewery London, our new site in Covent Garden.
Cool. Do you want to give me a little bio about how you got to this role?
Yeah, I started my brewing career 15 or 16 years ago after I became a real beer nerd. I decided it was time to change careers and maybe get into beer. And then 8 years ago now, I started with Guinness building the Gate Brewery in Baltimore, Maryland. This will be the second of these that I've been able to be a part of.
Okay, so how many Open Gate breweries are there?
So we have 4 Open Gates. There's Dublin, Baltimore, Chicago, and London.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And so from there, you've moved over here. So that's a great move.
Yeah.
Well, I say it's a great move. If you like London, brilliant.
Oh man.
Yeah, you
great
enjoy
city.
it?
Great
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. So do you want to tell me what the brewing capacity is here?
Yeah, so it's a super small microbrewery. So, for example, one batch off of our brew house is a 15 hectoliter system that equates to about 30 as you think of like normal kegs. So 30 50-liter kegs is basically one batch off our brew house. And basically, if you think of it versus St. James's Gate, by the time that they've had like their mid-morning break, or certainly by lunch, they'll have made more beer than we can make in a year.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously you don't brew Guinness here. So what it's more experimental? Is that fair?
Yeah, I think it's experimenting. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's beer that we want to drink with food. It's beer that we want to show people that we can make with our Guinness Legacy yeasts, and it's beer that we think will just bring people together with like new feelings and new occasions, but like still under the banner of Guinness.
Okay, so there's a number of core beers and some more sort of rotational beers.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we have a core of 4 because I thought it was important to have something that people could always come back to that wanted to know what they were going to go get. And those 4 I think are a pretty diverse set that would appeal to anyone. We've got a lager, an IPA, a pale ale, and a porter. But then the rest of the beers, so we're starting with 11 different beers we'll have at opening. And those beers will be constantly rotating. So you'll see new beers, weekly if not, monthly if not weekly, I should say.
Wow, okay. So what are the 4 core, you said the 4 core beers, what sort of strengths do they range from and to?
Yeah, so for example, our IPA is 4.4%. Our lager is 4.9. And our porter I think our porter is 4.7, and our pale ale is 5.2. But like the idea with these beers was that with the pale ale and the porter in particular, we really wanted to have a nice bridge from the traditional to the modern. So it's not going to be like your granddad's pale ale or porter, but it's not going to be like very like super edgy crafty either. It's somewhere in the middle, and we're able to use some really beautiful UK grown ingredients and hop varietals in those 2 beers. So those I think are the brewer favorites.
Okay,
Yeah.
so and how often will they swap? Sorry, the rotational.
Well, so that set is the core. So
right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, the rotational beers, I think depending on kind of what people decide that they want to drink in London, it could be monthly, weekly.
So it's kind of down to the customer that turns up.
Absolutely.
And sort of dictates that way, and that will dictate the way that you will brew, or you'll lean that way, sort of thing.
Absolutely, yeah. Like we have freedom to create and brew whatever we want, but obviously that's going to be informed by like the sorts of palates that we see coming through London through our gates.
Yeah, no, good. So I know it's early doors. You're just starting. Is there any future plans in terms of expanding this? I mean, you've got 54,000 square feet in the entire.
I mean, certainly nothing in plan right now.
Okay.
The plan right now is to get open.
No, that's fair enough. So, would you say that you're obviously you're in the centre of London? Are you trying to sort of recruit people from like maybe those that will go to a pub and maybe there might be a lager fan or a craft beer fan? Are you trying to get people here? Is this sort of tourism based or?
I think it'll be a bit of any type of drinker, really, or customer. People experience the Guinness brand all differently, and also because we have the wide variety of food offerings here, that's going to kind of change the experience and like who we attract. But I think certainly we'll have tourists, we'll have return visitors, just because like you can do so many different things on this site. You can take a tour and walk through the brewery, you go to the retail store there, you can go to our collaboration retail store, that on this side with the restaurants. We've got the seafood restaurant, we have this beautiful meat restaurant in the Porter's Table, meat and veg, and there's just going to be a lot for people to come back for because the food will change seasonally and the beers are going to change constantly.